Hello, welcome to the first commentary I've ever made in my entire life. Okay, so now let's get down to business. My movie, Sonic Begins. It's my starter, basically. My first film to ever star me and only me, a couple of friends and family, that kind of stuff. Now, why did I decide to make a movie based on Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, I always wanted to make a movie based on Sonic the Hedgehog anyway, my own film, just for the sake of, just making a film in general. It's just something I just really wanted to do a lot. Nothing that special, nothing that great. Just do whatever I can to make it at least entertaining, at least. The first scene, some of the scenes that you see in this movie were kind of like the first things I filmed. The first fight scene with SPO, which actually is my cousin playing SPO and also playing another character that will come up soon. Yeah, sorry about the sound effects and some of the sound I got in. It's just that my sister had a dog, and he was basically barking the whole entire time when we were doing this whole entire scene. So the first fight scene that we were filming, this was actually our first fight. We were just doing just random shit, just random stuff that we were doing during the time, just that kind of thing. We were just doing random fight scenes, just trying to make it feel random, but we're trying to make it at least entertaining at that. So so I do apologize if it's not too realistic or not, as entertaining as it can possibly be. It was just our first fight that we didn't really practice or anything like that. Just going with the direction that I was going for. Oh yeah, the scene with Nate running down the street like a ninja was funny. It was funny as shit. Oh, and this building right here that you see right here is just a building that we I decided to film from the outside, and just to let you know, the inside of the building is my basement that's downstairs. Yeah, I actually wanted to make it feel like we were filming the inside of that building, but we were really filming the inside of my basement, most likely. So I was only filming the outside, but not the inside of that building. And just to let you know, that building's not there anymore. So they turned it into, some type of hospital. And I do apologize about Damien, how he speaks that low tone of voice in this film. Yeah, here comes Tails, and some of the editing I think could have been a lot more improved. Like I could have had better quality, it could have been a little bit more better if I just refilmed it again, that kind of thing. And I think this scene right here is my favorite funny scene in the whole entire movie. Is the scene where I have a bounty on my head and it is $3,000,002, which is kind of funny during the time. Oh yeah, I need to mention this because the scene when I fight Knuckles in this movie. Now get this, I was gonna have one of the guys at my job play Knuckles, but the problem is he was all, I don't want to do this, I'm too scared, he's gonna really punch me in the face, which I really wasn't gonna punch him in his face at all. So that's the reason why the scene was just too damn short, because my friend was basically just complaining like, I'm not sure about it. So that's why with the guy you see playing Knuckles right here, he was more than happy to play the role anyway, so he was up for it. And another thing I need to mention is that some of the scenes that I was filming, it was kind of not quite summer yet. So the certain scenes that you're watching right now, with me filming in this area, it technically was like the first, was like spring during the time. So sadly, nothing, I just wanted to get this film done right away, get certain things done right away, that kind of thing. And yeah, the scene where I'm holding the camera, it's just me holding the camera, nothing that special. So yeah, I will agree the quality in the next movie will be a lot better. So this was when my tripod wasn't really working the way how I wanted it to work. So yeah, I was having some problems with it, just having some minor problems. So yeah, the scenes where I'm just gathering up all bunch of rings at this area. I just wanted to have the feel of the game where I'm collecting rings. And oh yeah, right here, the Chaos Emerald. Yeah, this area is, I really wanted to film this area a lot because I don't want to give any other details because, I really wanted to film this area a lot. So, yeah. So I was able to get my sister to actually film this scene with me, just to basically help me out with this scene, just to film it the way how I wanted it to be filmed, Sonic, finding a Chaos Emerald, that kind of thing. So yeah, I just wanted this to be, my first, me coming across the Chaos Emerald for the first time, in this scene, and with the slow motion and all that other stuff. So yeah, my friend, I know I couldn't get him the next day or the next days, so I had to film this scene, and the next scene, and the next scene. So I was filming him, scene by scene by scene. So I only had him that one day, so to make it look like he was in the area. Oh, and this is my favorite fight scene right here, even though it's not, it doesn't have that much better quality. But I really wanted this to be my best fight scene of them all, which sets the story at a good pace, giving us the character, one of Dr. Robotnik's robots, that Sonic fights, and Sonic loses to him and tries to find a way to destroy his robot, so he can, be the hero that he's always known for. So yeah, despite the quality and all this other stuff, I really wanted the action sequences to be as entertaining as possible. So despite any of that, but I just really wanted to make, the action sequences at least entertaining. So I just was coming up with ideas, from back in those times where I was just filming, ideas in my head, certain fight scenes I wanted to be filmed. I have gotten some good feedback from some people saying that's my best fight, or my second best fight, most likely. So yeah, Damien was most likely, not technically really in that area while we were filming this. So it was just me, my cousin, and my sister, who was my camera guy. So I really find this scene very amusing, even though it's not directed very well. So I really was planning on making sure I filmed this, in order, film that scene, then film the next, then film the next. But that was kind of impossible for me to even do because just asking someone to come over, doesn't mean they're gonna be over right away because they have like certain things that they have to do, when it comes down to things. So saying you're going to meet someone in 5 minutes is like saying you're definitely means you're going to meet them in like 15 or 20 minutes later. And in slow motion, I will admit, I guess I could have reshot the scene again, and just try it a lot better. But I just really wanted to get this project done right away. I was really relentless of getting this project done right away, just didn't care about, just kind of film the first shot of the scene, that kind of thing. And I guess my favorite scene from right here is where Nate rock bottoms me. And I gotta be honest with you, my back hurt. My fucking back hurt. like crazy, and I really did not want it to be, I just really wanted it to be a little bit more realistic, that I'm actually in actual pain. And yeah, he steals the emerald from me. And if you're wondering what this scene's all about, well, this is me getting the crap beaten out of me. And that's basically it, just me getting the crap beaten out of me in this scene. I know I should have probably put some fake blood on my shirt to make it feel like, I really got the crap kicked out of me. Yeah, I know I could have filmed it again, but I just wanted to get it done right away. Yeah, so this is the scene where I'm basically just cleaning the blood off my nose. If you're wondering, yeah, it was on my nose and on my lips. But there was my neighbors were kind of like in the area while we were filming, so I just didn't want to make them worry about me or thinking I'm crazy and shit or something like that. I didn't want to show that much attention for myself, for this scene in general. Meanwhile, as the saying says, we got to Wonder Boy scene right here. So yeah, we were really. I do want to apologize for the sound quality. Some of the sound, we were just using the usual camera that I normally use, in my previous videos before, but I decided not to use this camera ever again because some of the sound wasn't quite as good as possible. So you can hear more of the music, but you can also hear, a little less of the, dialogue and audio dub. So I really didn't have a microphone or anything like that. So I was basically just using whatever I can possibly use for my first movie, in this movie. Yeah, and the editing, I think I could have done a lot better, or I could have reshot certain scenes a lot better in this scene. Yeah, see how he's in the darkness, but in the next scene he's in the light. And yeah, during this scene I discovered fast motion, so I decided to do everything in a very fast pace in this scene. Yeah, Nate, he was like saying, basically kind of complaining, saying, "Oh no, I don't want to walk into the store with a mask on because people are going to start thinking we're crazy." In this fight scene, I definitely love a lot because I put a lot of effort and a lot of focus at what I was doing in this fight scene. In this fight scene, I was really putting a lot of effort at just basically just getting some of the best fights in this scene, just to make it kind of feel kind of Dark Knight Rises-ish or something like that. Favorite stunt right there. So yeah, this fight scene, I really put a lot of effort in it. At first, my sister and my cousin were kind of complaining, oh, it's getting kind of cold out here, that kind of thing. Yeah, you don't see to notice him flipping me the bird. You don't see to notice him flipping me the bird in that scene right there. So yeah, and let's also let you know we brought my sister's dog and while we were filming in this scene, and trust me, he was barking like shit. He was always barking like, "Hey, bro, you guys fighting?" That kind of stuff. Yeah. In this scene, you probably might never hear it, or probably don't hear it, but he was barking when I hit the tree in the first shot. But really liked the scene a lot because, I just didn't have to worry about, dialogue, or getting, the best, stunt work we can possibly do. And I'm just saving everything for the next film. You know, the next film will be called The Blue Blur, Eggman's Revenge, or something like that. So, yes, I promise in the next film there won't be, like, subtitles. There'll be more, like, dubbing and stuff like that. So, yeah, there will not be any subtitles, or just important subtitles there will be. But, you know, yeah, in this scene, we're trying to make it more like the game, how Sonic defeats one of Dr. Robotnik's robots. Then, you know, they turn into animals. So that'll be explained a lot further in the next movie, most likely. So, yeah, the audio dubbing in this film just straight up fucking sucks. But, you know, it's the best I can probably do for this first film. So yes, the audio dubbing will be a lot better. You know, everything will be a lot better in the next film. You know, yeah. So yeah, Sonic Begins, you know, is a starter. So you can probably consider it the Batman Begins of Sonic the Hedgehog, or most likely. And that slow motion where I just jump in the air, and, you know, yeah. So yeah, Sonic Begins, you know, yeah, it's my starter. So yeah, we'll try we'll try a lot harder in the next film, you know, when we ever get a chance. So the rest of the scenes I actually had to film all by myself, just to get the project done fast right away. So yeah. And the final scene I had to shoot right here was me drinking a Gatorade. So, yeah, not much I can really say for right there. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys in another time. Later.